After 5 years and almost 60,000 miles, we are saying goodbye to our 2018 Tesla Model 3. With the recent inventory discounts, the federal tax credit, and Tesla's offer to transfer our full self-driving capability to a new vehicle, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to get a newer Tesla at a substantial discount. Nevertheless, saying goodbye to the Model 3 will be difficult. Despite having so many doubts about Tesla and EVs, we took the plunge and purchased our Model 3 in 2018. We were day one reservation holders for the Model 3 back in 2016, but we almost wanted to find a reason to cancel our order. Would the Tesla break and leave us stranded? Would it catch fire? Would charging an EV be the nightmare so many said it would be? On top of those doubts, I sincerely thought there was a good chance that Tesla would go bankrupt, leaving us with a vehicle that wouldn't have any support. 5 years later, none of our fears were realized, and the Model 3 has been a flawed yet extremely reliable vehicle. I cataloged our warranty repairs in a different video linked below, but almost all of the repairs were cosmetic, and where it really counted, meaning the drivetrain and battery, there were no issues, and we didn't baby our Model 3 within the time that we owned it. We took it through multiple road trips from Southern California to Northern California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana, and through Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks. Despite it being a rear-wheel drive version, we took it through dirt roads and even tested full self-driving on those roads. Charging our Model 3 was a non-issue. There were superchargers everywhere, even in some less traveled places, including just outside the gates of Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks, in Sedona, and in rural Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho. And so many hotels and campsites had level 2 charging options. On top of that, having the ability to charge at home allowed us to wake up to a fully charged vehicle in the morning and go pretty much anywhere we wanted in the day. I've been driving for almost 30 years, and I've owned close to 10 cars during that time. I drove an RV when I was younger, I drove work trucks for my job at times, and I've probably rented hundreds of cars for business travel. The Model 3 has been the only vehicle I've ever driven where it gets better over time, not worse. From the day we took delivery of the Model 3 in 2018, Tesla dropped the 0 to 60 time by a third of a second, reduced the panic braking stopping distance, increased the range by 10 miles, added the ability to watch streaming video services, added several games, added dashcam and Sentry mode with the existing cameras, and transformed autopilot from a mediocre lane-keeping feature to full self-driving, which can legitimately drive the car autonomously in many scenarios. And this was all done through software. The maintenance required over the 5 years has been minimal. 2 air cabin filter replacements, which only cost $30 each time, with 2 filters and a can of condenser cleaner. 3 containers of windshield washer fluid, and a few tire rotations, which were free thanks to America's Tire. We only replaced the tires once at 55,000 miles. We'll miss the Model 3 not only because of the memories we had as a family, but because it was the vehicle that showed us that an electric vehicle is not only good enough to replace a gas-powered vehicle, but in most respects, it is a better experience. As for the future, we're sold on the EV experience, and more specifically, with the Tesla experience.